Hi, it's Lauren. A real quick editing note. I know this video is really long today, so please feel free to use any of the chapters down below as needed. Okay, let's jump in. Hi, it's Lauren. Welcome to my craft room. I am opening up a box that I received in the mail, and I wanted to open it with you guys. It's this big box. I literally just opened the tape and so I was going to go through it and show what I got in my box. Oh, it's another box. It's a box in a box. Let me pull it out. Has the cute SBC. Let me open this up. Oh no, it is open. Okay, let's look inside. So cute little things in here, including an SBC little postcard and another sticker, which is great because Abigail stole my second sticker. And this is exciting because this is the brand new Colorista products from Spectrum Noir. And I'm really, really excited to share. So look how cute this packaging is. Colorista. And as you know, I love my Spectrum Noir illustrator markers. So really excited to see what these are. Oh my God. So we have Colorista metallic markers for shimmering pearlescent color. How pretty those vibrant colors are. We have Colorista Art Markers for ultra smooth coloring and blending in soft tints, so more of a pastel color vibe. And we have the same art markers in rich shades. So look at how beautiful these like jewel tones are. We have watercolor markers for blended watercolor effects in botanic accents. So kind of more earthy and flower or floral tones. Another set of watercolor markers with vibrant essentials. So our key kind of Roy G. Biv color, rainbow colors here. And we have another set of art markers in the brilliant hues, which is kind of similar to those watercolors. Again, kind of the typical rainbow color scheme. And then another set of art markers, oh my goodness, in natural tones. So again, earthy tones. Colorista fine line pens for precise lettering and outlining. This is super great for like journaling or adding in some small touches. And then we have glitter markers for intense sparkling color. These look really, they look beautiful in the sample here, but they look very shimmery and sparkling brights. And we have paint markers for vibrant multi-surface decor. So bold basic colors, including a white. And then decorative metallics, which are really pretty. It's going to be very shiny colors. So I am so excited to play with these. So let me get my camera set up and some paper and we'll just start testing all of these products out. While I'm getting situated, I just wanted to say huge thank you to scrapbook.com for gifting me these products to be able to share them with you today and give my opinion on them. They are the Colorista line, like I said, and they are super affordable, and for a short time they're going to be exclusive to scrapbook.com. So thank you, scrapbook.com, and make sure you use those links down below to check out all of the different markers that are now available. Okay, so we have some black craft and white cardstock, and we're just going to start and kind of swatch these out so we can see how they look on the different colors. Let's start with the paint markers. I don't know if I'm going to need to kind of like shake them and get them started. So let's just take a look at how they arrive. Start with gleaming red. Oh yeah, so they come without any ink in the tip. So let's see, it doesn't have any instructions on how to start them, but I've worked with paint markers in the past, like chalk markers, and we just kind of have to like get it going, usually by pressing down on the tip. Obviously I don't want to put too much pressure and like dull it out, but let's just press on it. Oh, see, you can already see the ink is starting to come through. So let's keep going. Oh, yep, we're starting to get some ink. So this is red. Let's see how it looks. Is it shimmery? Oh yeah, it has definitely like a metallic feel to it. The ink is still coming in. Oh, it looks really pretty on the craft. Again, you can see much more of that metallic effect coming in. And then of course on black. Ooh. It has more of a pink vibe, obviously, because it's like the metallic is really coming through on the black cardstock. So let me get through and let's test the rest of them real quick. So I'll go ahead and speed up my process so you can see all these different colors. Well, here they all are. I've activated them with these little dots and I have them written on white craft in black cardstock. As you can see, they look so beautiful and vibrant. I think these will be beautiful for card making, for creating backgrounds, especially if you love drawing. They say that they are great for paper, card, wood, metal, plastic, stone, and glass. I think this is really fun. Something I do with my daughter with Girl Scouts is painting kindness rocks, and these should work perfectly. And we just spray like a sealant over it when it's done. But decorating wood pieces, writing, or doing hand lettering, maybe like on not centerpieces, what am I thinking? Name cards for tables and events. These are really cool. So I want to see the bold basics as well. So let me write those out real quick and I will come back and show you how they look. And here are the bold basic paint. Make sure those are really closed. Paint markers. I did red through purple, and then you can see here the black, and then the black and white, and the white. These are also very beautiful. I think much more vibrant, obviously, on the white. You're starting to get more of a chalk ink feel on black cardstock, but that's just because compared to this one that has that metallic ink in there, it's like soaking more into the paper and it's getting a little harder to see. But it does, like I said, create a very chalkboard look if that's what you're going for. But these are going to be so fun to paint on different types of mediums. It is really cool that you can use them for almost anything, and they are water soluble, so you don't need to worry about getting it all over your hands. You can always wash it down because it is an acrylic paint. Okay, so let's move on to the next marker. Let me pick this up. Okay, so these are metallic markers. So these are not paint markers. These were all acrylic paint markers. These are going to have a metallic pigment inside and is more a pearlescent vibe and opaque. So I'm interested to see how they will differ between the paint markers. It's a little bit smaller of a nib. The paint markers were 3mm. These are 2mm. And it's going to be more of a water-based ink. I wonder how these could do with even using it for watercoloring, but I think it's going to look, like it says here, really great on the darker paper. So let's open it up and take a look. These are such beautiful tones. I love, this is like my whole aesthetic. I love these colors. Okay, so let's start with all the way on the right, and these ones are already loaded like with ink. They didn't have to be activated like the paint markers. Let's see, this is a rose quartz. Let's take a look. I'm gonna write quartz. It's looking very pretty. Ooh. The only thing about writing the same thing over and over again is I feel like I'm not spelling it right. But on that black, oh my goodness. I mean, it looks very beautiful on craft. It's more subtle, and on the white, it, you know, stands out really well because it is white paper, but the black cardstock is stunning. So let me quickly go through these so you can see all the different colors. All right, these are all of the metallic markers in the Essential Metallics color. I really cannot get over how beautiful it is on the black cardstock. Like, it's pretty. It's really pretty. But these set of colors are stunning. I really want to try stamping something on black cardstock and coloring it in with these. I'm like in love. These are my new favorite thing. All right, let's move over into some of our other markers, and we'll swatch those out as well. So let me put these away. Okay, so these are glitter markers. I don't know what that means. They have a 3mm round tip, which is similar to the paint marker, and they are water-based and dyed with glitter. So this is to add an intense infusion of glitter and adding a sparkle to any project. Perfect for lettering, journaling, embellishing, and more, and can help with you can use them for detailed coloring. It is kind of a whiter nib, but let's take a look and see. I think these might only turn out on our lighter cardstocks, but let's take a look. So let's start with this solar red. That sounds beautiful. Oh, I don't know what order they were in. Probably this. Okay, solar red. Oh, we have to activate these again. So it comes with a nib that's not yet activated, so it's similar to our paint markers. So I'm just going to get some of the glitter color into the marker here, and let's try. Ooh, okay. So instead of having like the metallic inside of the marker, like our metallic markers here, this is glitter. So it's got regular water-based ink and then a shimmery kind of glitter inside of it. That is really pretty. So it's completely different effects depending on what you are going for and what you like. Or maybe you need both and you can add this in. Yeah, it says dyed with glitter. Very interesting. So it is a dye ink with glitter inside. So beautiful. Let's try on our other, that doesn't go in there, our other cardstocks just to see. Yeah, so we're losing what the ink color looks like on the black cardstock, and that's just because this is a dye ink and getting like really soaked into the paper. I mean, there still is a lot of pretty shimmer. It's very pale, but this is definitely going to be a marker set for lighter cardstocks. I mean, it looks beautiful on the black. I wonder if we can kind of put this onto a clear block and maybe add a little more water and like use it as a splatter, how it will look. So we will have to try that out. But for now, let me go through and swatch the rest so you can see the rest of the colors. Okay, so I've done all of our glitter markers. As you can see, they look beautiful on our white cardstock. Still very beautiful on our craft cardstock. The gold is starting to fade a little bit because it's hard to see on the craft. And then on our black cardstock, you can really kind of see it here on camera. It's more just like a subtle shimmer. Obviously in the light, it looks a little brighter. And then when it's not in direct light, it's harder to see. But I think this would be really pretty as a splatter. The color is not, you know, totally there, but if you're just looking for a nice shimmer to add to some black cardstock, this will look very pretty. It's just going to be more subtle compared to our metallic markers here, which have the pearlescent in it. So yeah, those are our kind of larger markers that we have to share. Let's move into our fine line pens. I don't think I'll swatch them on black because these are more of a thinner pigment color. So these are waterproof and marker proof, which is cool. I think we should try our markers over it and see how it goes. It's water based, has pigment color, and it's a very fine tip point, 0.4 millimeters. And this is for clean, precise strokes. They are non-smear lines that won't move when overcolored, and are fade resistant for a long lasting finish, and have a smooth, accurate point for writing, journaling, and doodling. So if you are a journaler, I think these will be really cool. I'm I'm not a journaler, but I am trying to do more scrapbooking for my daughter, doing like her Girl Scout memories. So I think this will be a fun way to bring in some color when I am journaling. So let's open these up and let's start with one of our colors here. This is classic black. Oh, and they have like a triangle, if I can show it a little better, triangle shape to them, which is really nice for writing. I am a very like hard grip writer. So this is nice. It like fits in my hand very nicely. So this black, oh yeah. So this is a really nice thin point. It's going to look great on either white or even craft. I'm not even going to bother swatching on here because I mean it soaks right in. I mean I wrote black on black, so obviously, but I'll choose another lighter color just so you can see that it's going to soak into the paper and you won't see it. It won't sit on top like our metallics. So let me finish. Let's do a brighter one just so I can show on here. If I write red, you can't see it. I mean, I guess you could see it if you tried, but these are going to be more for lighter cardstocks and paper for, like I said, journaling. So I'm going to go through and finish swatching these colors on my craft and white so you can see how they look. Okay, so here you can see I've written them out. They have such fine tip pen. It's just very thin. I love it. I think for adding in subtle details, or like I said, journaling, these are going to be great for your collection, or if you're a planner and you love having different colors for your planner, or journaling. This is going to be great for drawing little doodles in different colors. Super cute. I have to think of a way of how I'm going to use these in my crafting. I do want to test out the like coloring over them with other types of markers. So we will definitely do some swatching with that. So let's leave those open and set them aside. And we're going to move over to our art markers. So I have quite a few. I don't think they're going to show up on the black, so I'm just not going to even try to swatch them because they are a dual and fine brush. They're alcohol based. Oh, interesting. Dyed color, semi-transparent, streak-free, self-blending, and fast drying. This is interesting. So fast drying for semi-permanent use on a range of surfaces, and you have a dual brush. So a brush and a fine tip. Interesting. All right, I'm excited to try these. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the craft and the black away, and we're just gonna do some swatching on the white. Let's take a look at this first one for soft tints. These are so spring and Eastery. Let's get one of these guys out. Okay, so it does have the color and then which end is which. So we have a brush and the nib. Look at tea rose. Oh. So very brushy. That sounds silly, but, and then more of a fine. Okay. I want to like smell it. Is that weird? Yeah, I can smell the alcohol in there. I am curious on how they do with other alcohol markers. Moonlight. So very, very soft. Interesting. I don't even know if I want to swatch these all out. I think I just want to stamp and color with them. I think I'm going to do that. And I think I'm going to do the same for the watercolor markers. Get some watercolor paper and do some stamping so we can color. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm changing my plan. I'll be right back. Okay. I stamped these beautiful rose blossoms. I didn't make sure I had like the best stamp ever, but they stamped really well with a black ink that I use for alcohol marker coloring. And I just did a bunch of random pieces. We're just gonna try these colors out and see how they do blending together as well. So again, this is the soft tint. So these are very pale, very spring Eastery colors. And they are supposed to like self blend and blend together. So let's take a look. Let's color in this little flower up top here. Oh, I didn't let my ink dry enough. Hold on. Let me dry my ink. I'll be right back. Okay, hopefully it's dry now. It's hot. So let's try. Okay, so it's kind of picking up my black ink, which happens with really, really pale colors. Let's just try. Let me not get too close to my inks. We'll just try. I don't even. I mean, it colors so smoothly. Duck egg. They do blend really well together. These are really nice. I feel like I'm not talking much because I'm concentrating on coloring, but they do blend very nicely together, even though like they're not the same, like they're three different colors, you know, are more of a pale teal blue, more of a purpley blue, and then a pink, but they blended really nicely together. Just because they're lighter, it's picking up my black ink a little, which, you know, that it just is what it is. It happens. Let's try more of these peachy tones. So this is like a very pale, this is a good like skin tone color, maybe. It's tea rose, so it's a little more on the like purpley side. Let's try this blossom color. This is much more pink. Ooh. I'm not doing the best order for ink blending here. I should have started with pink. So that's, I mean, very subtle, very pastel. I think these are going to be really nice in along with my Spectrum Noir collection, because some of my colors don't go as light as I would want. So let's just see, like this is duck egg and this is duck egg. I wonder if they are similar. Oh, see, now that's like far more vibrant, but let's see how it does. It's a slightly different color, but they are kind of blending together. Let me see if I can get it to blend a little more. Oh, I forgot I replaced that nib. Let's see. Interesting. This will be fun to play with. See how they complement each other. Oh, I'm gonna need more time. More time than this video will allow. Okay, that was the soft tints. You can see again, very, very pastel, very beautiful, but very, very pale, which I think will be really nice when trying to color in, you know, more soft colors or adding softer colors to your alcohol markers if you're like me and have a little bit more vibrant color. I'm really excited about adding these and trying to figure out how they blend with my other Spectrum Noir markers. But as you can see, they blend really nicely together with themselves. So yeah, this is really interesting. I've never tried an alcohol marker in this type of style. So, okay, let me put these away and get out the next batch. This is the Brilliant Hues collection, which I wonder how they do together. So I'm going to take a look at these first, and then we'll see if they complement each other well. This is Poppy. Very nice. Heather Purple. Ooh, that's pretty. I was planning on coloring these in, but I'm just really admiring the color and how vibrant and how easy they are to color with. Let me pick one of these and see. Oh yeah, they do go together. It's kind of blending there. It's a little funky, but not bad. This actually looks more like the duck egg I have in the Illustrator marker. So it doesn't look like they're, you know, exactly the same, but I'm sure if you already have some colors in your collection, alcohol markers, you can figure out where these will line up, because these are pretty big jumps, but they do blend together. So, you know, it is possible. All right, let me finish. Let's just keep playing with these vibrant colors. I'm sorry, the Brilliant Hues. Ooh, that's really pretty for spring grass. Ooh, yes, very vibrant colors. It's a really weird flower I'm coloring. Okay, now let's go. They said they blend together. Let's see, coming back again. You can like create shadow using the same color on top of itself when it dries. It's a possibility. Okay, we have our natural tones, so more earthy. This will be great for trees, grass, leaves, etc. So if you're looking for a collection to do some floral, this is a nice like base to start with. Let's see how these all look. This fern green looks amazing. Oh yes, that is a beautiful color. grass. Let's complement each other very nicely. Forest green. A little more olive tone. Oh, here's another olive one. See how these look together. Oh yes, very nice. So I like that these are kind of in the same family, so you can use them together for shading, which is really nice. Even if you don't blend them together, I guess let's try blending them. If you don't blend them together, they still look really nice as far as adding shadow to your images. So yeah, it blends okay together. I think these are going to be great if you're starting out with coloring. I'm definitely going to need some more time playing with these and figuring out how they go together and how I could even include my existing alcohol markers. But these are really nice if you're starting out and not very confident. These are like super affordable compared to some of the other types of markers. So I would definitely recommend these as far as if you're just getting into coloring, or maybe you have an 8-year-old who steals your markers all the time. These are going to be nice. I probably should play more with the nib tip, but I'm such a brush tip person. Oh yeah, this is like great for adding in like detail. Let's try with the tan. Okay, I like this set a lot because it has complementary colors together, or I shouldn't say complementary colors, that's confusing, but there's 2 colors in each kind of color on the color wheel, I guess you could say. So we have more of a blue tone green, we have more of the olive tone, and then we have 2 browns, more like a darker brown and a reddish brown, and they work really well together. So even blending together or just doing some cute like dual leaves, these are perfect. These are really great. Out of all of the colors so far, I can see myself using these a lot for nature coloring, like these rose blossoms, for example. But let's try out the rich shades and we'll see how those look. These are beautiful. I love these like rich tone colors. So let's just start. We'll just pick another flower here. Very pretty. Let's try blending with another reddish color, pink color. Those look really nice. Oh, that's more like a magenta vibe, cranberry. Let's see how we can blend with the cocktail pink. It kind of tones it out a little bit. Let me try not going so far. They're not quite the same tone, so maybe. But the cranberry and the cocktail pink go really nicely together. And then we have lipstick red. Oh my goodness. Ooh, yeah, that's like your classic kind of orange undertone red lipstick. That's very pretty. I think it might work with this color. Again, this is a little more purple red. This is orange red, or blue red, I guess I should say. But those are very pretty together. Let's check out our blue and green colors here. So this is Prussian blue. Ooh. See, I have this Prussian blue in Illustrator as well. Let's see how they compare. So they're almost the same color. It's a little lighter Now, so if I take, this is TB7 and I have TB6 and 4. Let's see how these blend together. Oh, see, yeah, it fits real nicely in with the TB. I'm not doing a very good job coloring, as you can see, but it fits perfectly in. So they are using some of their existing like color schemes. Again, duck blue. So these could fit in and fill in gaps for a reasonable price. Teal. Let's see what other colors I have in teal. It's GT. Let me find my other GTs. Okay, so this is GT2. Yeah, see, they fit in and can blend. So if you're missing colors from your Spectrum Noir, this is a really nice option. Now, I don't believe these are refillable, so it is kind of, you know, the downside compared to buying the refillable kind. But yeah, those are also very pretty, very jewel toned colors. I still think the earth tones are probably my favorite, just as like go-to colors, and they complement each other really well. So you can definitely do like a tone on tone look, but that's so fun. I'm excited to have these art markers to add into my alcohol coloring. I'm going to be definitely experimenting more. But let's finish off with watercolor markers. So let me stamp again on some watercolor paper and I will be right back. Okay, so I have stamped again just quickly with a VersaFine, which is a waterproof ink. Giving it some time to dry, and these are the two watercolor sets I have. And then I have fine line pens that are supposed to be waterproof. So I don't know how that's possible, but we're gonna just draw some shapes to fill in, or like I'm gonna color over them. Let's see how they do. As you can see, I don't know how to draw. Okay, let's just see how they do. Let's start with the Vibrant Essentials. Open these up. So these are also dual tip, a fine and a brush, water-based, water-soluble. Vivid color that blends away smoothly with water. Mix and blend on a palette, so you can, you know, add colors. That's a good idea, like putting on your glass mat or something, mixing two together. And it's dual tipped and a convenient way to create watercolor style effects. So let's test it. Okay. Oh, I accidentally stamped twice there. That's okay. This is just for funsies. So let's start with green and color in some leaves. And then I have a brush pen. Let's just see. Ooh, it's very moist. Okay, yes. Blends very nicely with water. Let's just try coloring over the circle. Oh, yeah. Didn't smear. I mean, there's a teensy tiny bit of bleeding, but I don't know if I needed to let that dry more. Let's try some blue. I'm just gonna pick this flower here. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, these are nice. These are very nice. Let's try also blending some colors together. We'll start with this kind of blue. And then let's bring in the darker blue, peacock blue. That's a pretty name. And I'm just gonna put in a little bit. Let's see what happens. Blend really nicely together. Still very vibrant when adding water. It's beautiful. Nope, that was wet. Let's fill in this heart. It's kind of hard to see. And then what happens if we add water over it? I mean, it's still there. I know I totally picked the wrong color to do that. Let's try yellow over this purple. Still showing up. Adding water. Yeah, I mean, the color lifts a tiny bit, but it's not moving. I guess I should have tried the alcohol markers with it, but yeah, these are really pretty. Let's keep checking out these colors. Ooh, so vibrant. Let's see. Did pink, we've done purple, did our two blues, green, yellow. Let's add in this orange and crimson and see how these color as well. Just curious on how they mix. Blending out really nicely. And this crimson and orange together, get more of that poppy feel. Yeah. So definitely some struggle here on this one. The black stayed nice with the green, I think because I added water. So maybe if you're going to be watercoloring with the fine line pens, don't add more water. But let me try the fine line with the alcohol markers just really quick while we're thinking about it. So let's just try the black. I'm curious if this will bleed. So there's black. And then I'm just gonna let's grab this olive green just to see. Yeah, staying in place. So the fine line I would recommend with the alcohol markers more than watercolor. So maybe you're doing your own doodling, or maybe you're altering your stamped image. You can, add extra lines, add stripes to a shirt, and it won't affect your alcohol marker coloring. Or let's say you've stamped an image, like it happened here, and it didn't come out perfectly, but you still want to do alcohol marker coloring. You can add this to your image and like just fill in a gap. That happens to me often, and I keep some fine line pens for this reason. So the fine line works better with, better with the alcohol markers. But let's keep going on the watercolor and move into our botanic accents. I'm like in love with these colors. They're so beautiful. I know I've said that for all of them, but they get better with each one. I don't know what else to say. I don't even know how to say this word. Begonia? Ooh, that looks like the color that we made. Gold. They're doing so well with the VersaFine black ink. I mean, I'm not getting any smearing. This is actually mixed media paper, not necessarily watercolor paper, but it can take the abuse of ink and water. That's really pretty. I love how it fades out. Orange. Let's just bring this into the petals. Very pretty. Well, now I just want to watercolor all day. I went from I'm going to color alcohol markers to now I'm going to do watercolor. Ooh, let's put these together. Let's see what that looks like. And with the VersaFine, you can also emboss the image, so that way if you want to have kind of the raised lines to create a little, you know, pool of ink inside, you can do that as well with VersaFine. I do that all the time for watercoloring. It just helps keep me in the lines if it's harder to cross over the line, if that makes sense. That is really, really lime green. What was that, meadow? This is a leaf green. I wouldn't say these go like perfectly together, but let's just try. So we have that meadow lime green, so pretty, subtle. And the leaf green is going to give us more of that olive tone. And let's see what happens if we blend them together. I mean, it's not a bad color combo if you want to get kind of two-tone green in there. I still like it. All right, let's finish up with our dark colors, and then we will have looked at everything at least once, which is of course going to make this video really long. So thank you for sticking with me, for those that are who made it, who are here. Let's see how those look together. Oops. So we have, I already forgot what I said, tan, I believe. Yeah, this is tan. Got more of that gray brown, a warmer brown tone. And then this is chestnut. And this is more of a red brown, which is really pretty. I can tell I'm in the fall mood because I am in love with anything earth tone in this set. I'm ready for fall. I need the summer to end. I'm sweating sitting under my lights making this video, but oh, I don't know what to even start or what to do. Okay, I'm gonna get off my talking camera using the microphone on my camera, and I'm gonna move over to voiceover so I could do some coloring. I'm gonna do probably some florals with the watercolor, and maybe a critter with the alcohol markers. I'm just going to choose a set to work with and put them on some cards. So this is going to be a long video, but I will speed up my process as much as I can without it being too mumble jumbled. But okay, so I'm going to clean up my desk and I'm going to get to my normal style of video. Thanks for sticking with me, and let's just try watercoloring a floral and alcohol marker, I think a critter, and put it on some cards and see what they look like all put together. So I'll be right back. Well, you did it. You made it to the actual creative time on this video. So I've stamped my large rose blossom stamp with some black VersaFine Onyx black ink, and I embossed it with a clear embossing powder, and I'm going to be using some various colors from the watercolor markers, the two sets that I have, and I'm laying down color with the marker and then using a brush pen to spread that color out. I am not going for a perfect look. Something I love about watercolor is how the colors layer on each other and you could see water lines. I really love that style. It's a little messy, which as a type A person, I have a hard time with messy. So that's how I like my watercolors. That's about as mixed media experimental as I get. So I had a lot of fun coloring these different blossoms up. I went with the olive tone leaves, that golden center, and then I'm going to use pinks and purples in lots of different combinations on these flowers so you can see how easily they all blend together with the extra help of water. And again, I am painting on mixed media paper. You can use watercolor cardstock, you can use distress cardstock, whatever is your favorite medium for watercolors. I would just recommend using something a little thicker than like Nina Solar White cardstock or alcohol marker cardstock, because adding the water to that paper will cause it to kind of like thicken up and tear, if you know what I mean. I'm sure you do. We've all colored on regular paper thinking we can get away with it, and it doesn't always turn out how we hope. So just definitely recommend using a watercolor paper or distress or mixed media, but have some fun with these markers. The colors are just so vibrant. I think you can really tell here on camera, but in person, my goodness, they are stunning. These colors are so beautiful. When I'm all done with my coloring, I will fussy cut this image out, and I will use an X-Acto knife to get in some of the smaller open spaces in between the florals, the flowers, and then I am going to layer this onto some cardstock with from the Floral A2 size paper pack, and I actually used the recent freebies from Pink Fresh, the modern mosaic stencil and die in the background, as well as some distress oxide. So I think that card is going to turn out so pretty. And now for my critter. This is a bear and some extra little images from the Spring Animals stamp set. I stamped it in black ink that is alcohol marker friendly onto some alcohol marker friendly cardstock. And I'm just going to go through and kind of color the images as I think the colors would go well together. So I picked up some of those lighter pastel colors for my mushroom base, and then using more of the blue toned reds for my mushroom top. I just wanted to create a nice little kind of typical red mushroom you see in the woods. For my snail and my tree stump and my bear, I'm going to mostly grab those earth tones. Like I said, those are my favorite colors from the set. I just think they complement each other really well. I mean, they all are so beautiful, but I really am grateful that Spectrum Noir colors, like that they did sets of 2 so you can easily blend together with these markers. So my little snail is going to be with the greens and browns from that set, same as, like I said, my tree stump and my bear. I'm going to leave in a lot of my coloring here because I'm just really experimenting. These brush tips are very brushy than I'm used to compared to the brush tip on the Spectrum Noir Illustrator markers. The brush tip I feel like is a little like wider and sturdier, where these markers are a little more like lettering, like hand lettering marker style brush. I wish I was good at hand lettering and I would try that out. I didn't do a sample using any of the metallic markers just because this video was already going to be like an hour long and I didn't want to keep everyone here for that long. So I will do another card coming up with the metallic markers on some black paper. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I know I have to do something because they are amazing and gorgeous. So look for that in the next coming weeks. I will definitely get a video or at least an Instagram post using those markers. So make sure you're following me on Instagram. And as always, you can find all of my scrapbook.com creative teen content on my scrapbook gallery, which is also linked below. It's a really easy way to see projects that I've made and supplies that I've used to create them with clickable links, and I show you where I actually use the product in the picture. So not all of my projects I make videos for, but in the gallery you can easily see where I use products because when the pictures have like links and you can hover over it and see where I used it on the project. I hope that made sense. If you haven't checked out scrapbook.com's gallery, you need to go like right after you finish this video. So I am finally getting done coloring my bear. I love him. I love these like red brown tones. She or he, they are so cute. So I'm going to add a little bit of stippling, and then off camera I'm also going to add my white gel pen and add some highlights. Also cover up any times I accidentally went out of the lines. Again, new type of brush, getting used to it. And then I will fussy cut them out and put them onto this really simple card. So here's my Feel Better card. Like I said, I used that Pink Fresh Mosaic die and stencil set with colors colors that coordinated with my blooms, and then my cute little bear on some sherbet pattern paper. I love the gingham orange and my sentiments, so feel better and have courage. I think these cards turned out so beautiful. Like I said, the colors are so vibrant. I really hope that you check these out. Like I said, they are affordable markers from Spectrum Noir Colors, and I think you're going to love them as much as I do. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll click like, and if you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. As always, you can find everything I use down below in the description box. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye!